A little later in this particular pathway, we're going to look at some analogies which help explain iterative and incremental. And I think it's a really good thing for us to be able to do, if we can, is to get some real life examples, some stories, so that we can help explain Agile to others. And obviously, I often get asked, well, what exactly is Agile? What do you mean by it? And I like to use, where possible, a real example. Normally, when we're having conversations, we maybe be having a cup of coffee. So the conversation will normally go something along the lines of this. Well, let's say that you want a cup, a receptacle, something to hold your coffee. You're happy with the coffee itself, but what you want something to hold. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create that together, and we're going to do some iterations to get to the perfect cup of coffee. So the first thing is start now. Put something in front of the user that solves their problem, and that allows them to at least get some value. So in this example, now it's may not be perfect, but at least they can have a cup of coffee. They can hold it, they can take it wherever they want to. So that's the first principle, is it's start now, get started with something of value. Then you can start the communication process, the iteration process, and developing things. So then through some feedback, we find out that actually they want something a little bit more sturdy, maybe with a handle would be really, really useful. Now it's important at this point that we show what we're doing rather than tell or explain, even if we're showing pictures and so on, but actually show, because when you can see the thing, you then are able to interact and communicate around it. The next thing is to be really customer focused. In other words, let's make sure that what we're doing is what the customer wants, not what we think is the best idea. So here we're in the next iteration, we're now looking at trying to perfect, or trying to add more value to this cup of coffee. So we're looking at things like, do they want a big cup? Do they want a small cup? Do they want something which is cozy and comfy, or do they want something which is chic and smart? And so on, and then you put examples forward as you're iterating through, and eventually, as long as you are communicating and as long as you are collaborating with your user, with your customers, you will be able to create what is perfect for them, and that's the important thing. It's got to be perfect for them, because everything that we do, we need to do it in context, and we need to have clarity. What is the purpose of being able to hold this cup of coffee? Is the purpose of the event, the coffee drinking event, to be together with people? Is it because you need a sturdy way and a repeatable way of doing a particular thing? Or are you trying to get a particular feeling, a particular vibe out of what it is that you're doing? So with Agile, what we're doing is we are, first of all, we're delivering something as fast as possible, as early as possible, that gets the job done. Then we can start iterating from there, and we are continuously collaborating, communicating, and focusing on the customer, so that we end up with the best result for them.